Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be covering what is morphological parsing, morphological modeling, and I will explain what are morphological irregularities, and also I will explain what is morphological ambiguity and morphological productivity. I will explain all these topics in detail. Guys, I have uploaded complete NLP subject tutorials. I will provide that link in description. You can watch from there. If you are watching this video for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. First I will explain what is morphological parsing. Guys, morphological parsing means breaking a word into smallest parts. We call those smallest parts as morphemes, and we will break word into smallest parts in order to understand its meaning and structure. Guys, I will give one simple example so that you can clearly understand what is morphological parsing. For example, there is word unhappiness. Now I break this word into smallest parts like un plus happy plus ness. We call each part as morpheme. So total there are 3 morphemes, un plus happy plus ness. After breaking word into smallest parts, a computer can understand its structure and meaning. This is known as morphological parsing. Next I will explain what is morphological modeling. Morphological modeling means creating rules or systems to help a computer understand how words are formed, change or behave. Guys, I will give one simple example so that you can clearly understand what is morphological modeling. Guys, for example, by giving some code, I will train computer that all plural forms ends with S. Like dog, plural form is dogs, cat, cats, boy, boys. Now computer will understand that all plural forms ends with S. So whenever I give any input to computer, automatically computer will identify its plural form. Like whenever I give girl, computer will create girls. So morphological modeling means creating rules to help computer understand how words are formed. It helps an NLP system know which morphemes exist, how they are combined, and what they mean. Next I will explain importance of morphological parsing and modeling. Thus NLP system need morphological parsing and modeling in order to understand word meaning. For example, for NLP system, I'll give some words like run, running, ran, and runs. So with the help of morphological parsing and modeling, NLP system will understand that all these words belongs to run. So even if we change word forms, NLP system will know real meaning of those words with the help of morphological parsing and modeling. And second one is to improve search results. As for example, I want to buy a car. So in Google I will type buying a car. So whenever I type buying a car in Google, then Google will also search for buy a car, bought a car, and buys a car. So I will get so many results, and this is possible with the help of morphological parsing and modeling. And third one is for machine translation. As for example, with the help of morphological parsing and modeling, we can convert one language to other language. For example, I will type he is eating. Then easily I can convert English to Hindi or English to Telugu. And this translation will be correct because of morphological parsing and modeling. And fourth one is for text summarization and keyword extraction. Thus NLP can extract keywords. For example, whenever I type teacher or teaching, then automatically NLP can find root word. For example, teacher and teaching. Root word is teach. As NLP is finding root words, so NLP will understand correct meaning. And fifth one is for speech recognition and text to speech conversion. Guys, whenever we speak anything, we can convert our speech to text with the help of morphology. Even though each person sounds in different way, NLP will understand our pronunciation correctly with the help of morphology. And sixth one is for handling complex languages. Yes, for example, if you consider languages like Hindi and Tamil, there are so many suffixes. So even though there are so many suffixes, NLP will understand them correctly with the help of morphological parsing. Without morphological parsing, NLP will not understand such words. And seventh one is for sentimental analysis. Yes, for example, if you consider unhappy, dislike, hopeless, in these words, there are some morphemes like un, this, and less. So computer will understand that all these are negative prefixes and suffixes, and these negative prefixes will change sentiment of a sentence. Next I will explain what are morphological irregularities. Morphological irregularities are words that change their form in an unusual way. They do not follow the regular grammar rules for making plurals, past tense or any other word forms. Morphological irregularities are words that change their form in a special or different way, not by following the normal grammar rules. Guys, I will give one simple example so that you can clearly understand what are morphological irregularities. For example, if you want to convert any word to past tense, then at last we need to add ed. So regular grammar rule for making past tense is to add ed at last. So for walk, we'll add walked, ed at last. For talk, talked, play, played, and cry, cried. So if you want to convert any word to past tense, then at last we need to add ed, which is regular form. But morphological irregularities will not follow regular grammar rules. they will change word form in different and special way. For example, there is word go. If you want to convert go to past tense, then we need to write went. Go, past tense is went. If you consider run, past tense is ran. So go, past tense is went, and run, past tense is ran. Here we are not adding ed at last. Instead, we are changing word in different way. So these two are examples of morphological irregularities. As for example, if you want to convert any word to plurals, then at last we need to add s. So girl, girls, boy, boys. At last we need to add s. This is regular form. So regular grammar rule in order to convert word to plural is to add s at last. But if you consider child, plural is children. So here we are not using regular grammar rule. That is, we are not adding s at last. Instead, child plural form is children. So we consider this example as morphological irregularity. So we will explain importance of morphological irregularities. And the first one is hard to understand for computers. Most of the computers and NLP tools learn language using rules. Irregular words break the rules. So NLP may give wrong meaning, or it may also give wrong output if irregularities are not handled properly. Because most of the computers and NLP tools, they will learn a language using rules. So if we give any irregular words to computer may not understand those words, and computer may give wrong output. So we need to train computer and as well as NLP tools to understand morphological irregularities. So they will give correct output. These morphological irregularities are used in various NLP tasks like lemmatization. Lemmatization means converting word to root. For example, if we enter playing, converting playing to play is known as lemmatization, where root word is play. For example, if you consider running, converting running to run is known as lemmatization. It is nothing but bringing our word to root. And next one is translation. Thus, we also use morphological irregularities in translation in order to translate one language to other language. And next one is in speech recognition, and next for grammar correction, and also for text summarization. So we use morphological irregularities in all these NLP tasks. So handling irregular words is very important in NLP. Next I will explain how morphological irregularities are removed in NLP. The first one is dictionary method. Guys, normally we will give dictionary to NLP tools. So by seeing the dictionary, computer will understand that what are various irregular words present and how to bring them to root form. For example, if you consider went, root is go. For example, if you consider ate, root is eat, and better, root form is good. So by checking complete list in dictionary, NLP tools can convert any word into root. And second one is lemmatization. Guys, NLP will use various lemmatizer tools to remove irregular forms and then give original word. We call original word as base word. For example, if you enter bought, root form is buy. For example, if you consider ran, base form is run. So by using various lemmatizer tools, NLP can convert irregular words into base form. And third one is rules and exceptions. Thus, normally NLP system will follow general grammar rules. But for irregular words, NLP will follow special grammar rules. We call those special grammar rules as exceptions to handle irregular words properly. Thus, now I will give some of the examples of irregular words in two languages. First one is in English. There are so many irregular forms in English. Go, went, buy, bought, run, ran, child, children, mouse, mice. These words will not follow regular grammar rules. That is, they will not add ed or s at last. So NLP need to use dictionary or special grammar rules in order to understand them. And second one is Telugu, which is known as Dravidian language. Yes, Telugu language also has so many irregular forms. In Telugu, if you want to convert any word to plural form, then at last we need to add lu, that is lu. For example, if you consider pilli, plural form is pillulu. So if you want to convert any word to plural form in Telugu, at last we need to add lu, that is lu. But there are some irregularities in Telugu. They are, for example, if you consider he, she, they, in Telugu, he mean vadu, she mean ame, and they mean varu. Here if we change gender, or if you convert to plural form, entire word changes. Here we are not adding any prefix or suffix. So this is example of irregular form in Telugu. So by using dictionary and various kinds of tools, NLP will understand structure of Telugu properly. Next I will explain what is morphological ambiguity. Morphological ambiguity means a single word has two or more meanings because we break those words into two parts in different ways. This creates confusion because computer doesn't know which meaning is correct. Guys, I will give one simple example so that you can clearly understand what is morphological ambiguity. For example, if you consider meaning, that is unlockable, I will break this word into parts in different ways. First one is unplace lockable and next one is unlock placeable. If we break this word into two parts in different ways, then these two words have different meaning. Unplace lockable means can't be locked. That means we cannot lock. Unlock placeable means able to unlock. That is, we can able to unlock. So both meanings are opposite. Now computer will not understand which meaning is correct. This is known as morphological ambiguity. Whenever we break any word into parts, that is, Whenever we break any word into morphemes in different ways, then single word may have two or more meanings and computer don't know which meaning is correct. For example, if we consider rebuilding, meaning of replace building is building something again. For example, if we consider rebuild plus ing is act of rebuild. So both meanings are different. So same word but two different meanings. This is known as morphological ambiguity. In order to solve morphological ambiguity, there are so many NLP tools available like Google Translate, ChatGPT, etc. They will find correct meaning. So if word is ambiguous, then output also will be wrong. So NLP will use various grammar rules and NLP will understand complete sentence in order to give correct meaning. Because whenever we give any ambiguous sentence to ChatGPT, ChatGPT will automatically understand the sentence based on context. Next I will explain what is morphological productivity. Morphological productivity means how easily new words can be created using prefixes and suffixes. As name itself says, morphological productivity. Productivity means producing new words by adding prefixes and suffixes. If a morpheme can create new words, it is called productive morpheme. As for example, if we consider NESS, NESS is suffix. We also call this NESS as morpheme. By using this NESS, we can create various words like happiness, kindness, darkness, and rudeness. So we call this NESS as productive morpheme. For example, if we consider we can create new words like unknown, unfair, unfit, unfollow, etc. So we call this as productive morpheme. So whenever we give any new word to NLP system, then NLP system will automatically generate new words by adding prefixes and suffixes. For example, one user will type unkindness, as unkindness is very rare word, even though NLP system will understand those words and understand complete meaning using various tools. This is known as morphological productivity. Next I will explain how creativity and unknown words helps enhance morphological productivity. Morphological productivity means able to produce new words like happy mean happiness, follow mean unfollow. We can create various new words by adding prefixes and suffixes. People use creativity to form new words. Let's for example, if we consider social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, etc., people use one creative word that is unfriend. Normally unfriend is not used in Old English, but now it is common in social media. So unfriend mean friend plus un. So now NLP can able to understand these new words and give correct meaning even though these words are not found in dictionary or any training data set. NLP can able to understand these new words because they are used in social media, technology, and they were also used in children books. As for example, if you consider Google, Google is noun, which is company name. But most of the people are saying that we are Googling, where Googling is verb. Searching something in Google is known as Googling. So company name turned into verb, which is creative use. So these new words do not follow strict grammar rules, but they are easily understood because most of them are using that words. So now NLP is learning these creative and unknown words and understand their meanings and give correct results. So present in NLP, morphological productivity is increasing day by day.